Mother was very nice. She was pretty and kind. She took care of you when you were sick. She always tried to do what was best. But she did not always understand everything. No one does. So using the children knew she wanted to help them, even if she did not know how. Still, they felt a little bad for keeping the magic carpet and the phoenix secret. Anthea felt this more than the others. She decided to tell her mother everything. I will do what is right, she told the phoenix. So you are safe. One day, Anthea was doing homework, algebra, Latin, German, English, and Euclid. She asked her mother, May I do my homework here in the drawing room? It is quieter. Mother said yes. But Anthea really came to talk. Mother, Anthea said. Yes, dear, said Mother. It is about the cook. I know where she is. Oh, do you? Said Mother. I would not take her back after how she left. It is not her fault. May I tell you the story from the start? Mother put down her pen and looked tired. That egg, the one that came in the carpet, it hatched into the phoenix. Picking up her pen. But please, be quiet. I have many letters to write. I am going to Bournemouth tomorrow with the lamb. And there is the bazaar too. But the carpet really takes us places, said Anthea. I wish it could take you to buy things for the bazaar, said Mother. It will, said Anthea. But, Mother, we went to a place with no whooping cough. The lamb got better, and we took the cook with us. She stayed and became queen. You should not say that, said Mother gently. Anthea knew it was no use. Are you going for long? Anthea asked. I have a cold, said Mother, and Daddy is worried. And the lamb's cough. He has not coughed since Saturday, said Anthea. Mother and the lamb left. Father also went away. A new cook came. She looked very scared, so no one tried to scare her more. The phoenix said it needed rest. It hid and no one could find it. On Wednesday, they had a surprise holiday. They wanted to go somewhere with the carpet, but without the phoenix. They had also promised Mother not to go out after 6. Let's visit the lamb, said Jane. But everyone knew that if they suddenly showed up in Bournemouth, it would scare Mother. So Cyril said, Carpet, take us somewhere we can see the lamb and Mother. Then they were on pine needles under green trees. A small stream ran nearby, just as time by, and there was Mother sitting without her hat, with the lamb happy beside her. The sun was shining. She will see us, said Robert. But Mother looked straight at them and did not see them. We are invisible, whispered Cyril. The girls did not like it. She looked at us like we were strangers, said Jane. It felt like she did not love us, said Anthea, very sad. At that moment, the lamb saw the children and ran to them, shouting, Panty, my own Panty and Pussy. He looked so cute with his little hat sideways and his dirty, happy face. I love you, Panty. I love all of you, he cried. It was a perfect moment. Even the boys happily patted him on the back. But then Anthea looked at Mother. Mother's face was pale green, and she was staring at the lamb like he had gone mad. She really thought something was wrong. My baby. Come here, she cried and ran to him. She moved so fast that the invisible children had to jump away or she would have touched them. Feeling something you cannot see is a horrible feeling. Mother picked up the lamb and quickly walked away from the woods. After a sad silence, Jane said, Let's go home. It feels like Mother does not love us. They waited until they saw Mother meet another lady and knew she was safe. Then they got back on the carpet and said, Home. I don't like being invisible, said Cyril. It is not fun with your own family. They all thought about Mother's green face. I wish she had not gone away, said Jane. The house is awful without her. I think we should do what she said Anthea. I read somewhere that when people go away, their wishes are special. But she is just in Bournemouth, not far away, said Cyril, and we don't really know what she wants. She said she wanted Indian things for the bazaar, Anthea said sadly. Pa, but I think she was joking. She did not think we could do it. Let's get them anyway, said Robert. They could not find the phoenix, so they sat on the magic carpet and said, We want Indian things for Mother's bazaar. Please take us somewhere where people will give us lots of Indian things. The carpet flew to a white Indian city. They saw domes, an elephant with a man, and English soldiers. They knew they were in India. They rolled up the carpet and walked in the town. It was hot, so they took off their coats. The people wore strange clothes and spoke a strange language. I don't understand, said Cyril. They look poor, said Jane. We wished already. He spoke English. My queen thinks you are nice children. She saw you from her carriage. She wants to know if you are lost or want to sell the carpet. The queen sat on cushions. Ladies with sparkling clothes were there. The man translated. You are. The queen wanted to buy the carpet, but the children said no. Why? Asked the queen. Jane told the story. The queen laughed with her ladies. Oh, how pretty, said Jane and Anthea. Cyril bowed and said, Thank the queen, but I want small things from the bazaar. I want to sell them and buy clothes for poor people. The queen said it was okay. Cyril said, No, thank you. People won't buy a turquoise necklace at school. They will think it is fake. The queen sent servants with many small, pretty Indian things. There are many, she laughed. You will need an elephant to carry them, Anthea said. If we can wash with a comb, we will show magic. We, the carpet, they washed in silver bowls, Cyril said. I wish we were at the school bazaar. And they were. The queen and ladies looked at the empty floor. That is real magic, said the queen. It was dark at the school bazaar. Gas lamps were on. We would be late if not. It is nicer to wash in warm India, said Robert. The carpet placed them behind a stall. They crawled out. The girls and Cyril were safe, but Mrs. the Biddle stepped on Robert's hand. Robert shouted. Well, a crowd came. They said Mrs. Oss. Biddle stepped on a child's hand. Mrs. Biddle was angry. I'm sorry, she said, but sounded angry. What are you doing under the stall like bugs? She asked. We looked at things in the corner, said the children. You won't be successful like this, she said. There is only dust. No, there are nice things, said Jane. Don't be rude, said Mrs. Biddle. She didn't mean it, said Cyril. They could not say the truth. The gifts were from their mother. No one would believe them. Biddle to Miss Peasmarsh. A boy is hurt. Please leave. The crowd left. Anthea heard a man say, Poor boy. She liked him. Robert came out with brass and sandalwood boxes. Wonderful, said Miss Peasmarsh. My cousin did not forget. These things are behind my stall, said Mrs. Pride. Biddle, they must be mine. Someone left them. My stall is next to yours, said Miss Peasmarsh. My cousin said he would send me things. The children walked away, sad. That mean Mrs. Biddle, said Robert. I talked a lot to the lady in India, said Cyril. And now others don't mean now one. Yes, said Jane. Miss Peasmarsh is nice and pretty. Who has a pencil? She crawled under 3 stalls and found some blue paper. She folded it and wrote, All these Indian things are for pretty, nice Miss Peasmarsh's stall. From an unknown donor. Hi later, Mrs. Biddle asked the bazaar committee to open the corner. They found the note, and the beautiful Indian things were given to Miss Peasmarsh. She sold them all and made £35. I don't understand that note, said Mrs. Biddle. Only a crazy person would write that I'm not pretty. Anthea and Jane asked Miss Peasmarsh if they could help sell. She was happy. They had many customers now. Mrs. Biddle didn't sell much, but the children weren't sorry. Maybe they should have been. They laid out the carpet, put the brass and silver things on it, and had a fun afternoon. After all the items were sold, the children enjoyed the games, fishing, music, and even the talking birds show with glass tubes. The nice curate, church man, bought them tea and cakes. Miss Peasmarsh joined them. I think we should go back to the stall, said Anthea. There's nothing left, said Miss Peasmarsh. We sold it all. Thank you, dear children. There's the carpet, said Cyril. Oh, said Miss Peasmarsh, I sold that too. Mrs. Biddle gave me 10 shillings for it. She said it's for her servants' room. No gossip, please, said the curate, and Miss Peasmarsh laughed. The children were very sad, but they remembered to say, thank you for the tea, thanks for the fun, thank you for being kind. The girls hugged Miss Peasmarsh. As they walked away, they heard the curate say to her, lovely children, but what about after Easter? Jane ran back and asked, what are you doing after Easter? The curate smiled. I hope to go to the Fortunate Islands. I wish we could take you on the wishing carpet, said Jane. Bye, said Jane. Thanks, he said, but I must go before they make me a bishop. I want to marry a bishop, said Jane. But people, he has nice aprons. Then the others pulled her away. Because Robert's hand was hurt by Mrs. Biddle, they decided he shouldn't talk to her. They also thought Mrs. Biddle hated Anthea and Jane because they helped Miss Peasmarsh. So Cyril asked her, Mrs. Biddle, can we buy the carpet from you? No, said Mrs. Biddle. Go away, boy, Cyril told the others. She's very angry. We'll have to wait and watch where the carpet goes. Anthea said, but it would be stealing. No, it's ours, said Cyril. It's like rescuing something. They stayed near the carpet all evening, but the fun was gone. What? The music sounded bad, and the games were boring. The bazaar felt hot, dusty, and sad. They were very tired. At 10 o'clock, people started going home, and stood on the street under a gas lamp. They waited in the mud near the dirty children who had listened to the band all night. At last, Mrs. Biddle came out. She got into a cab with all the things she didn't sell and the carpet. Other people left their things at the school, but Mrs. Biddle didn't trust anyone, so she took everything home. The children followed the cab, holding on to the back. When they reached her house and the door closed, Anthea said, let's not steal. Let's first ring the bell and ask for the carpet. The others didn't want to, but they agreed if Anthea promised not to complain later if they had to steal it. They rang the bell. The children could see Mrs. Biddle in the dining room. She had already put the carpet on the floor. I knew she didn't want it for her servant, said Jane. Anthea walked past the maid. The others followed her. Mrs. Biddle had her back to them and was standing on the carpet with the same boot that had hurt. Cyril shut the door. Who is it, Jane? Mrs. Biddle said. Then she saw them. Her face turned dark purple. You naughty little children. How dare you come here at night? Get out, or I'll call the police. Please don't be angry, said Anthea kindly. We just want to buy the carpet. We have 12 shillings. How dare you? Mrs. Biddle shouted. Her voice shook with anger. You look really horrid, said Jane suddenly. You rude child, said Mrs. Biddle, stamping her foot. Anthea tried to stop Jane, but Jane went on. It really is our nursery carpet. Ask anyone. Let's wish ourselves home, whispered Cyril. No, whispered Robert. So whispered Pink, then smiling. Oh yes. What a funny wish. Of course I'm in a good mood, my dears. The carpet's magic worked again. The children felt happy too. You're a good person, said Cyril. Sorry we upset you at the bazaar. Don't say more, said Mrs. Biddle kindly. You can have the carpet. I only paid 10 shillings. Just give me that. It feels wrong to ask, said Anthea, but it got there by mistake. Really? Oh, how annoying for you. Well, take it. Would you like some cake first? She even said. Sorry I stepped on your hand, my boy. You are very kind. Not at all. The boys carried it out. Anthea and Mrs. Biddle hugged and kissed. Wow, said Cyril as they walked away. Yes, said Robert. She felt really nice, not like magic, but real. Maybe it is real, said Anthea. Maybe she was always kind, but the carpet took away her bad mood. I hope it stays away, said Jane. But ho, she's not ugly when she smiles. This may be the carpet's greatest magic of all. Because after that day, Mrs. Biddle was never as mean again. She even sent Miss Peasmarsh a lovely silver teapot and a kind letter when the nice curate married her just after Easter, and they went to Italy for their honeymoon.